Good evening. Welcome to Hope News with me, Mwansa Champita. Our sign language interpreter is George Kalimukwa. We take a look at the stories making the headlines. University of Zambia student dies after being hit by a minibus. Zesco cables stolen in Lusaka's Makeni area. Government dispels rumors over Ebola cases. NGO to demonstrate against child abuse. These stories plus more coming up shortly.
Join us for the Southern Zambia Union Conference Dorcas Rally, a life-changing event designed especially for Dorcas workers and young women aged 16 and above. Dates from the 4th to the 11th of May 2025. Venue, Rusangu Campsite. Keynote speaker, Dr. Vani Munyumwe, President of Southern Zambia Union Conference. Theme, Deepen and Deploy. A call to deepen your faith and deploy your gifts and talents in service to others. Who should attend? All Dorcas workers. All young women aged 16 and above. Registration fee 200 kwacha. Deadline 31st March 2025. Don't miss this opportunity to connect with fellow women, be inspired by our keynote speaker, and discover new ways to deepen your faith and deploy your gifts. Register now and be part of this unforgettable experience. See you there.
And now the news in detail. A first-year female student at the University of Zambia has died after being hit by a minibus on Great East Road in Lusaka as she was crossing the road to her boarding house. Mutanuka Stumbeko, aged between 18 and 21, was rushed to Levi Mwanawasa University Teaching Hospital, where she was pronounced dead due to her injuries. This incident prompted UNZA students to stage a protest along Great East Road, covering the stretch from the UNZA main gate to the eastern side of Arcade's flyover bridge. During the protest, students set motor vehicle tires ablaze near and under the footbridge close to the bus stop. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga has confirmed the development to Hope News that police officers swiftly responded to the scene and engaged the students amicably through their students' union representatives, and the students were peacefully escorted back to campus. Some unscrupulous people have stolen Zesco cables in Makeni area, leaving residents hopeless as they complained of lack of funds for replacement. This latest incident occurs amidst prolonged power outages. Efforts to get a comment from Zesco spokesperson Matongo Maumbi were unsuccessful as calls went unanswered.
In a devastating blow to the community, thieves have struck again, targeting Zesco cables in Makeni and leaving residents in the dark. The latest incidents of cable theft has not only deepened the sense of hopelessness among residents, but has also exacerbated existing power outages.
So tatuishi wewe banga twafuiramo kuri area ero na line ya maraiti yara ya sana so yakabwera yamankala for yakabwera so apanga nkaleche 30 minutes njia yenda
nga kuno situation ya mantambo hivi amalaiti bajua maningi wakawalala babaka bajua mantambo bajua daily wewe wakawalala kuno malaiti kuno. And why no ngalizo nchajira malai mantambo wakawala because malai tsiankara kuno malai kuno sema nkama ngati wanawa yakabwira wanawa futi yaenda sabe nawa yakabwira mtu hours futi yaenda so kwa mateni tuve zankala fuka 15 yazaenda ni mailo futi 10 Sasa pesa kati wakawala nkana opportunity ujua mantambo
kwa tukuna yavuta wakawala lizo noa malai tukuna yavuta maningi so wakawala are taking advantage ma kujua mantambo
wakawala doma vuta wodula mantambo malaiti kenge yavuta kuno so pina kupezeka kulbe malaiti mukagona mantambo yapezeka bakudulirani.
The residents now struggle to cope with the loss of power. Efforts to reach ZESCO spokesperson Matongo Maombi for a comment was met with silence as calls went unanswered. Mebo Chitimbiti, Hope News, Lusaka.
Government has dispelled rumors of Ebola cases in the country. Speaking during a press briefing in Lusaka today, Health Minister Dr. Elijah Muchima says the country has not recorded any case relating to Ebola. Meanwhile, Dr. Muchima has disclosed that the country has recorded 7 new Mpox cases in the past week, bringing the total number of cases to 31 countrywide. The latest cases were identified in 3 provinces, Copperbelt, Muchinga, and Lusaka. And Dr. Muchima said the country has not recorded new cholera cases in 24 hours.
This is Act number 17 of 2024. Act 17 of 2024. The composition of the board, according to the Act, is 9 members. Currently, the board has more than 9. If I'm not mistaken, there are 19. With the powers that are vested in me through the Act, I have, with the immediate effect, dissolved the board, the Health Professional Council of Zambia. It ceases to function until a new board is put in place, so that the functions of the new Act are now actualized, specifically the ongoing cholera and Mpox outbreaks. I'm aware that there has been some unverified rumors that Zambia has recorded an Ebola case. It was in the papers, I saw it, specifically naming Chavuma in Northwestern. And I wish to categorically state and have it in place on record that Zambia has not recorded any cases of Ebola. Coming to cholera, in the last 24 hours, we did not record any new cholera cases. It stands at 351 of the cases which were recorded on the Copperbelt, in Muchinga, in Central Province, and in Northwestern, and in Eastern Province. We have discharged a total number of 342 patients. We do not currently have any cases in admission to cholera treatment centers. Sadly, the current outbreak claimed 9 lives countrywide. 7 of these deaths sadly occurred in the community.
A non-governmental organization, Human Street Health in Zambia, has formally written to Zambia police to hold a peaceful public demonstration against the alarming numbers of rape, defilement, incest, and abuse cases recorded over the past few weeks in the country. Human Street Health proprietor Edgar Siluimba says his organization condemns sexual abuse of the girl child in the country. And philanthropist Remy Kangwa has called on well-meaning Zambians, especially the youth, to show up in numbers and support the peaceful demonstration against sexual abuse. Mr. Kangwa says many vulnerable children could be facing abuse even in rural areas, noting that the government and the society may not know about it. He has called for a comprehensive framework that can protect the marginalized in society from sexual abuse.
Over the last few weeks, the country has been devastated and shocked with a number of reported sexual abuse-related cases. Among them was a woman of Livingstone who was reportedly raped for 3 hours. 3 children were raped by their father in Lusaka's Ballaston area, a 16-year-old girl who was raped and murdered by unknown people in Kamwala South, and a recently reported case of a father who had been repeatedly raping his 7-year-old daughter, a cancer patient admitted to the Cancer Diseases Hospital in Lusaka. Citizens have expressed concern, and next week Saturday, Human Street Health in Zambia, an ungovernmental organization, plans to hold a peaceful protest against sexual assault perpetrators. Organization proprietor Edgar Siluimba says the girl child has become vulnerable and there is need to protect her.
The country which we call a peaceful and Christian nation, where we believe the girl child needs to be protected, but it takes us members of the community to protect the girl child. And I believe this time around no one is safe, because if babies on the bedside can be abused by their own parents, then this problem is bigger than we think. So we are calling on all meaningful Zambians from all walks of life and other NGOs to come on board next week Saturday, so that we can demonstrate and show that we are demanding for actually stiffer punishments for would-be or the current offenders, so that people can be deterred from actually getting involved into such activities.
Philanthropist Remy Kangwa says protecting vulnerable people from abuse is a collective responsibility. He has called for youths to rally behind this noble cause.
We've had so many cases of defilement, rape, and everything. And of course, the same thing goes to young men as well, who are being abused. And it's the reason why today we have decided to, approach the authorities, so that we are given a platform where you can peacefully demonstrate against this behavior, which is increasing every single day. The protest that we are going to have is a peaceful protest. If you are not interested in having a peaceful protest, please, you can stay home. But we are calling upon Zambians, well-meaning Zambians, to come together, to join us to fight, this behavior that is affecting so many young people.
Zambia's government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has condemned the surge in child abuse cases and has vowed to ensure justice and implement measures to prevent further abuse. Mwene Mianga reporting for Hope News, Lusaka.
We take a break. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you've got the right to complain against any radio or television broadcast? Did you also know that every radio or television station has an obligation to respond and address your complaints when aggrieved? The first step is to complain to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond reasonably to you, that is within 14 days. If not satisfied, then escalate your problem to the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
We're at Mass Media Complex, Ali King Carter Road,
PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or call us on +260 211 250589, or visit our website at www.iba.org.zm.
IBA, promoting ethical and professional broadcasting.
It's about to get more exciting with amazing entertainment on Top Star for an affordable price on Antenna Classic OD Smart. Refresh yourself with the best Spanish football in La Liga as Real Madrid, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid fight for the top spot. Who will be kings of Spain this season? Also watch out for the Bundesliga excitement with Bayern leading the table all live on your favorite sports channels. Care for more? Catch up with the best telenovelas, Eclipse of the Heart, showing from Monday to Saturday at 19 hours, and the Shadow Team airing daily at 21:30 hours on Novella E+. So, entertain your life by grabbing yourself a Top Star decoder now. Top Star, enjoy digital life.
Join us for the Southern Zambia Union Conference Dorcas Rally, a life-changing event designed especially for Dorcas workers and young women aged 16 and above. Dates from the 4th to the 11th of May 2025. Venue, Rusangu Campsite. Keynote speaker, Dr. Vani Munyumbwe, President of Southern Zambia Union Conference. Theme, Deepen and Deploy. A call to deepen your faith and deploy your gifts and talents in service to others. Who should attend? All Dorcas workers, all young women aged 16 and above. Registration fee 200 kwacha. Deadline 31st March 2025. Don't miss this opportunity to connect with fellow women. Be inspired by our keynote speaker and discover new ways to deepen your faith and deploy your gifts. Register now and be part of this unforgettable experience. See you there.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. In a bid to improve the tourism sector, government has disbursed over 1.2 million kwacha for the construction of a war fence and information center at Kawata Cultural Village in Lusaka. The contract has been awarded to the Zambian National Service, ZNS, who are already on site. According to Lusaka Provincial Administration Principal Public Relations Officer Logic Lukwanda, works are progressing well and the completion of the project will ensure a facelift of Kawata Cultural Village where artisans from the 10 provinces of Zambia unite. The project will be completed in 6 months.
So the government has responded to long-standing concerns by players at the Kawata Cultural Village, and the players there have been asking for the government to build a war fence and an information center in view of the activities that happen there as a tourism site in the city of Lusaka. So in this case, the government has made available and released over 1.2 million kwacha through the Ministry of Tourism to ensure that the war fence and an information center are built at Kawata Cultural Village. And as we speak, works are ongoing by the contractor, in this case the Zambia National Service, and the client in this case is Lusaka Provincial Administration. So for those people that live around that place and maybe passing around that area, you may see works going on. That's Zambia National Service carrying out the works, and the scope of works would take 6 months from the day of commencement. And so the concerns that were raised by the players there have been addressed by the government through the release of these funds, and this is a milestone for the city of Lusaka in terms of attracting tourists. As you may be aware, Kawata Cultural Village is one of the tourist attractions that we have in the city of Lusaka.
Kenyan High Commissioner to Zambia, Lillian Timtom, says she's committed to support regional trade and integration in the COMESA market for Eastern and Southern Africa. Sorry, I'll read that again. Kenyan High Commissioner to Zambia, Lillian Timtom, says she's committed to support regional trade and integration in the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA region by partnering with countries like Zambia in trade. Speaking when she presented her letters of credence to COMESA Secretary General Chilesheka Pwepwe, as she was accredited as permanent representative to COMESA, Ms. Timtom said Kenya and Zambia have enjoyed bilateral relations in many areas. And COMESA Secretary General Chilesheka Pwepwe says regional integration is imperative owing to the devastating challenges the region has faced, like climate change, post-COVID-19 recovery, and changes in the political landscape.
Your Excellency, Kenya is one of our strongest pillars in the quest of our regional integration agenda and has demonstrated unwavering commitment to the principles and objectives of COMESA and ardent support of Pan-Africanism. Kenya is also home to some of our institutions, namely the African Trade Investment Development Insurance, ATIDI, COMESA Monetary Institution, Trade and Development Bank, and ZEPRI Reinsurance. Continues to play a significant role in regional integration, advancing trade, investment, and economic cooperation within the region. Kenya has demonstrated remarkable leadership in promoting regional trade through the implementation of the COMESA Free Trade Area, the Tripartite Free Trade Area, and commitment to the African Continental Free Trade Area. We acknowledge.
As I take the reins of this noble task, I wish to assure you of my full support in advancing our common interest to serve our citizens in the quest for economic empowerment and sustainable development. Further, as the current Vice Chair of the COMESA Authority, Kenya remains committed to collaborating closely with the Secretariat and members of the COMESA Authority by upholding COMESA principles.
Government has opened a credit window to enable citizens access affordable agricultural loans under the irrigation loan portfolio. Agriculture Permanent Secretary for Administration Yvonne Pundu says the irrigation loan facility is administered under the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facilities, SAF. Ms. Mpundu says the irrigation loan facility attracting 12% interest is being administered by NatSev, Zambia National Commercial Bank, and Indo Bank. The permanent secretary observed that the banks are doing very well in terms of disbursements for recipients to engage in irrigation farming throughout the year. Ms. Pundu noted that farmers have benefited from the crop loan facility under SAF to enable them to benefit much more than the PAC under the Farmer Input Support Program. The irrigation loan portfolio to be accessed is between 50,000 kwacha to 500,000 kwacha for farmers to drill boreholes and establish other irrigation facilities. Speaking during the Integrated Development and Adaptation to Climate Change launch, Ms. Mpundu called for prudent use of the $9.2 million United States dollars loan from the African Development Bank. Chirundu District Administrative Officer Musonda Lukuntwe praised government for putting in place special strides to reduce the vulnerability of communities to adverse effects of climate change.
Government has opened a credit window to enable citizens access affordable agricultural loans under the irrigation loan portfolio. Agricultural Permanent Secretary for Administration Yvonne Mpundu says the irrigation loan facility is administered under the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility, SAF. Mrs. Pundo says the irrigation loan facility, attracting 12% interest, is being administered by NatSafe, Zambia National Commercial Bank, and Indo Bank.
We engage these banks, and they are definitely doing very well in terms of this loan disbursement, and we're quite happy. And we're saying we're going to continue to ensure that they continue providing for the farmers. So we're happy to say that the program is here to stay.
Chirondo District Administrative Officer Musonda Lukuntwe praised government for putting in place special strides to reduce the vulnerability of communities to negative effects of climate change.
We thank the government of the Republic of Zambia under the stewardship of His Excellency, the President, for this timely project in order to strengthen our farmers, adapt to climate challenges.
Speaking during the Integrated Development and Adaptation to Climate Change, PDAC Zambezi Basin launch, Mrs. Mpundu called for prudent use of the $9.2 million United States loan from the African Development Bank.
The PDAC fund is a loan to the Zambian government through the Ministry of Finance and National Planning.
Reporting, Lawrence Kabocho in Chirondo, Southern Province.
That item brings us to the end of the news tonight. Before we go, we take another look at the headlines. Unza first-year student dies after being hit by a minibus. Zesco cables stolen in Lusaka's Makeni area. Government dispels rumors over Ebola cases. NGO to demonstrate against child abuse. Ends our news tonight. Thank you for watching.